Hello and welcome to your in-depth weekly horoscope for week commencing the 9th of January for the Sun or the Ascendant. Thank you so much for joining me. As ever, I'm going to give you some broad strands to look out for that we can all relate to collectively, but please stay with me. I will then dive deep to give you, in forensic detail, all the ins and outs of each of the zodiac signs. Now, if you're new to my channel, thank you so much for joining me for this first time. If you'd care to subscribe, I'd be really grateful. Please click or tap on the bell notification symbol. If you're a returning viewer, thank you so much for joining me again. If you would like to know what the year ahead holds for you based on your individual astrology as opposed to this zodiac forecast, if you do give me 3 pieces of your personal birth data of time, date and place of birth, my 12-month forecast, and in my special package your life roadmap report at 30% off can give you searing insights in how to manage that period, but also get deeper understandings of some of the patterns that have played out in your life over a long period of time. Now, within that, I'm also giving free zodiac forecast, a Chinese and Indian forecast for the whole of 2023. Please see the link below. Now, in terms of the astrology, Venus is forging a quite beautiful link with Mars, but they're both in air signs. So Venus in Aquarius can be a bit more detached. It also can see some unusual relationship scenarios. But Mars, of course, has been retracing its steps in the sign of Gemini, also Aries, since the 30th of October and moved into that part of the zodiac on the 20th of August. So the fact that they're collaborating so well is really lovely. And obviously, air signs can be about messages and communication. Is there something that you want to say to someone? Because this would be a good time to do so, particularly when on Thursday, Mars goes direct. And I think that's something we're all going to really appreciate. It's going to move into the sign of Cancer on the 25th of March. But if things have slowed down for you and have felt that nothing was really moving forwards in the way you've wanted, this will really help. But also from Monday to Wednesday, Mercury replaces the Sun in a sparkling angle to Uranus. Last week, the Sun and Uranus were urging us to try something different. Now Mercury's asked us to think about something different, but in a very practical way, because both are in Earth signs. So it's about being more innovative around our resources. Now, as the week draws to a close, there is a quarter moon in the sign of Libra. Very much about balance and, of course, about relationships. But the Sun, by that point, moves into a conjunction with Pluto. This is mighty and gives an opportunity for transformation. But because the ascendant energies of Libra, it's very much about how we relate to people, doesn't necessarily correlate well to the power and the more orthodox approach of the Sun in Capricorn, and the energies of Pluto, which can be about transformation. So a relationship in a professional context may come into focus very strongly as the week draws to a close. But then again, it could be who holds the power in a personal relationship. There could be a little bit of a tussle, and maybe something needs to be talked through or something needs to evolve. With Pluto, if we use power wisely, it can be for the greater good. It's fine. If we're using it for more nefarious reasons to try and maintain our dominance over a situation, such as a relationship, then that could cause some issues as this week draws to a close. So Scorpio, your week commencing the 9th of January forecast sees your ruler Mars go direct on Thursday. Mars in the 8th house is very much in keeping with the energies of your sign. It's very penetrative, it's very passionate. It can be about transformations, can be about desire, particularly of an intimate kind. But because Mars has been in retrograde since the end of October, but before that was in a confusing and enervating right angle with Neptune through October, through November, and the first week of December. It's possible that something you do feel very strongly about just hasn't been moving forwards in the way you would like. It could even be something to do with a property or investment matter that's been delayed. Well, I feel your ability to move things forwards with a degree of decorum. You can discuss something and let people know just how strongly you feel, but just find the right choice of words to ensure that you get the response you want. However, it is possible in a romantic situation that you could find yourself really opening up to someone who does really capture your imagination, and it may surprise you by how much more open you are. Also, this can be aided by the fact that Mercury is linking so epipheasantly with Uranus in your opposite sign. This too can see something be exchanged very quickly, to the point, but also a very brilliant idea that you can have. Now, as the week draws to a close, your modern ruler is in the picture as it's joined by the Sun, and they are squared by the quarter moon in Libra. So for you, I feel that this can bring a matter to the surface that actually is potentially a little bit tricky. Maybe someone wants to talk about something that you find quite painful to discuss. Maybe you'll hear something second or third hand that you feel that someone's really being quite cheeky. It could be a bit of gossip doing the rounds. But what you've learnt with Pluto's help in recent years is that if you say what you mean and mean what you say, even if someone does take it the wrong way at times, you can only represent yourself in as authentic a way as possible. And that, I feel, is how you will end this week. But it is possible that something you'd rather keep close to your chest could come into the open somewhat.